Hopefully. Hey folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Saurabh Pol. Welcome to Pol Ke Bol. Today I'm going to talk about golden handcuffs. What is that concept? Why is it important? And why you should be beware of them. You should be worried, honestly. If you are wearing golden handcuffs, what does it even mean? Why should you even care? I can see some of you are watching right now. Hello, thank you so much for joining the stream. So basically, in corporate, right, the biggest problem that everyone. Oh wow, okay. Oh wow. Sorry, I think I was just checking. It's my own thing. So sorry, yeah. Golden handcuffs are essentially when you are in corporate, right? Like usually the biggest problem is that कि भाई पैसे नहीं मिल रहे जितना चाहिए उतना नहीं मिल रहा है things like that, right? You're worried that you should be earning say 100 and you are getting paid 70, 80, or sometimes even 50. That is the most common problem. Rarely does anyone ever complain that, dude, I'm supposed to get paid 100 but I'm being paid 140 or 130 for that matter. And I'm here to tell you today it's a bad thing if you're overpaid. Okay. If you're overpaid, it is a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Please, you need to understand, you need to be much more mature. The market has changed. It is not your parents' market, right? It is your market. It is the market of artificial intelligence. It is the market of too much supply of people around you. It is a market of like suppressed wages and automation, and it is a market where, frankly, new technologies are coming up every single day, right? Now, this might sound like, "Arey, haan, ye to bas bole ja raha hai," but no, it's true. Hear me out, right? The thing is, if a company, so a golden handcuff is basically, as they mentioned, right? A handcuff is nothing but hatkadi, okay? But a hatkadi is never good, right? What it means is not आप कितने भी अच्छे हो ना अच्छे हो, it is in the company's best interest to always retain you, and to, even if they want to replace you at their own discretion. Okay, please understand the difference between the two. If you just suddenly get up and leave, a company's processes are harmed. Okay, if you just get up and leave, the team members around you are harmed, even your manager is harmed in some way, and definitely your juniors get harmed, right? Like continuity chala gaya. So anything that is messing with business operations, companies are like, you know what, I need to, mitigate that. So quite some companies, what they do, they overhire. So they are like कि भाई 5 लोग 3 लोग का काम कर रहे हैं. Okay. So they are like, even if one or two people leave, even if attrition rates are high, we can still manage our work. Business continuity nahi jayega. Correct? That's one. Second is, a company is like कि boss, मैं एक बंदे को, हमारे बंदों को इतना पैसा दूंगा, वो कभी जाने को मांगेंगे ही नहीं, ये यहीं पे बैठे रहेंगे. And that is what is called a golden handcuff. तो आपका freedom चला जाता है in a way, but those handcuffs are made out of gold, so you forget that they are handcuffs at the end of the day, right? So I really want you guys to understand this is what a golden handcuff means. Most of you would be like, wow, this is amazing, मेरे को दो golden handcuff, मेरे को चाहिए golden handcuff, ये कैसी बकवास बातें कर रहा है ये आदमी. Now, please understand, not everything in life is to be thought from a stupid, early 20s perspective. Okay. Please don't do that to yourself. Have a 10-year vision anytime you do anything. Okay. If you are like going to a certain college, have a 10-year vision. You're dating someone, have a 10-year vision. If you are going to work, have a 10-year vision. If you're going to quit work, have a 10-year vision. Okay. आप लाइफ में कुछ भी करो, थोड़ा सा विजन रखिए. ओके, ओवर थिंक नहीं करना है. एक बार विजन बना लिया, सेट हो जाओ और उस पर सिर्फ काम करते रहो, एग्जीक्यूट करते रहो. करेक्ट. So it is my ardent request to you that when you have a vision, you automatically start thinking, okay, what am I going to do in 2035? And of course, it doesn't mean you're going to predict everything perfectly, right? It just means you are trying your level best to at least be like, okay, thoda sa agar hum project kare ki if I'm doing this, then what is going to happen in 2035? Because we are in 2025 right now, right? Like, where am I going to be? Will I be happy or not happy if I'm over there? Does this thing which I'm doing right now, will it help me in 2035? Yeah, I'm just wasting my time right now, right? Have certain milestones, have a certain checkpoint in your life. Ki by this year, this should happen. By that year, that should happen. Even if you fail, it's okay. At least they act as guiding lights for you. Okay, please remember that much, because most of us are flying blind. It's life. That's called life, right? Flying blind is called life. But what a golden handcuff does is that it tempts you. Okay, the whole point of a golden handcuff is to tell you that, hey bro, तू बाकी का छोड़ दे, तू है ना सिर्फ इधर इस अपना बैंक अकाउंट पे ध्यान रख, और तू जो हमारे लिए कर रहा है वो बस करते रहे. दैट्स इट. सो अ कंपनी शावरिंग मनी at you on you for that matter, is not always a great thing. Because what happens is, the first thing is, you're priced out of the market. Just because your company is paying you, say market rate में आपके सभी दोस्तों को उनके इसी काम के लिए मिल रहे हैं 100 रुपए, अज्यूम आपको मिल रहे हैं उस काम के 140 रुपए. Okay, now when and how the hell are you going to move to any company? Okay, forget your friends, like even your peers in the industry, right? If they are earning a certain amount, okay, how do you expect, if they are earning 100 और आप 140 पे हो, अगर आप यहाँ से वहाँ मूव करना चाहते हो, यू विल डेफिनेटली लाइक आई नीड एटलीस्ट 20% हाइक, बेयर मिनिमम, राइट? आजकल तो लोग 50, 60, 100% मांगते हैं. हु इज गोइंग टू गिव यू, यू नो, लाइक 14 2s are 28, चल 30 मान लो ऐसा फॉर कैलकुलेशन. हु इज गोइंग टू पुट यू एट 170? Okay, because remember you're at 140, right? Who's going to give you 170 when everyone else is at 100? They'll be like, हम अपना wage structure क्यों खराब करें? Guys, the zero interest rate period is gone. Venture capitalist free flow spigot of money is gone. So at least it's not coming for another 1-2 years. And even when it comes back, I'll tell you why it's still bad. Companies are much more disciplined. You can check out all these big tech companies, like, including Tesla, X obviously, and you have Microsoft, Google, Meta, constantly, just firing people every month, every quarter, every year, and just straight up, like, jao jao jao. In such a situation, because they're tightening their belts, and they're tightening their purse strings, there is not going to be a free money out there. And it's not just tech companies, any company, right? Like, if you look at any average company in India, they will be like, boss, we are going to market में 100 है ना, या तो हम 90 देंगे, 110 देंगे. They are, they are very dedicated to the median. Okay, market में जो मिल रहा है उतने में वो रह लेते हैं. Some of them तो have a business model कि हम कम ही देंगे, more or less. Very few companies will be like, you know what, we'll overpay a little, but we will get the top talent. We are ready to pay a premium for top talent. They do that. But overpaying a little and overpaying beyond measure are two different things. Okay. So if the market average is 100 for your role and your experience levels, you will be getting 120 at max from other companies. Okay. If you're getting anything above that, 130, 140, 150 even, I know people who are earning double of what they should be earning for the kind of role that they're doing. And dare I say, there was a point of time I was in such a situation, right? I've been in situations where I've been on pay cuts. I've been in situations where I was horribly underpaid. But I've also been in situations where I'm like, bro, I'm being overpaid as hell. The level of work that I'm doing is not even comparable, to the amount of money that I'm getting. मतलब पैसा मिल रहा है, अच्छी बात है. But what this does to you, and I really want you to know, is that first, your other companies are not going to take you. Second, even within that company, you are like कि भाई अभी तो मैं I'm married to this place more or less, because इतना पैसा मिल रहा है, मैं क्यों छोड़ूं? Natural, right? Forget companies, forget everything. पैसा मिल रहा है, मैं खुश हूँ यार. आप खुश हो जाते हो, बट वो खुशी शॉर्ट टर्म की खुशी होती है. Because in the long term, if the company feels कि boss, someday they wake up and they are like, okay, we don't want you, or for all you know, the company is not doing well, they basically can let you go anytime. Correct? So what are you going to do then? You better have money saved up. If you don't have money saved up, you're already in trouble. As simple as that, right? Because आपको इतने पैसे की आदत हो जाती है. As I said, when you lose your job, you have to find another. And when you go to find another job, no one's going to give it to you, frankly, because they'll be like कि भाई तेरे को इतने में क्यों दूं? In fact, they'll be like, पे कट लेना है तो ले. अब वो तुमसे होगा नहीं. मैं बताता हूँ क्यों. Because there is a lifestyle cost to these things, okay? If you're earning 140 and your friends are earning 100 or whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever you earn in life, your expenses will catch up to your earning. If you think right now I'm earning 100, I'm not able to get things sorted out, it could be possible that you should be earning 200 instead of 100, right? But you will have more or less the same problems at 200 also, because after a point of time, once your basic needs are taken care of now, your lifestyle catches up to you. You start getting used to certain luxuries in life. Human beings cannot downgrade. There is research. If we are given something, it is very difficult for us to downgrade. Almost impossible, right? And even if you do downgrade, you will never be happy. Okay? That is the most important part. Please remember that. You will have a lifestyle. If you have a 140 का lifestyle, कल को तुमको कोई बोले 120 या 100 दूंगा, अभी आपका lifestyle तो 140 का आउटगोइंग तो उतने का रहेगा. So somewhere you will have to compromise, and you will be in a place you don't want to be in, right? So that's the thing. So your lifestyle catches up to you, as I mentioned. uh, Third thing, as I keep harping about over here, because you are overpaid, often times what happens is the company is like, जो तू कर रहा ना वही करते रहे. So you keep doing that boring, repetitive bullshit work. Okay. Now what happens is, it doesn't help your CV. It doesn't help your skills for that matter. Even if it is helping your CV को थोड़ा इधर उधर से तू पट्टी लगा सकते हैं. But you, मतलब not lying, but you can, emphasize certain points and all of that. But what is extremely important is you need to have the skills to back it up. Because चलो आपने इंटरव्यू भी स्कैम कर लिया, आप केस स्टडी स्कैम नहीं कर पाओगे. ओके, इन द केस स्टडी आपका पता चल जाएगा भाई इसने तो कुछ काम किया ही नहीं है. ये वाला जो दूसरा चीज चाहिए इसको, या द हायर पोजीशन दैट ही नीड्स टू गो टू, बिकॉज ही इज बीन ऑपरेटिंग एट दिस लेवल ओनली. हिज कंपनी इज मोर देन हैप्पी टू कीप हिम हियर. ही इज आल्सो बीन मोर देन हैप्पी टू बी हियर. व्हेन ही वांट्स टू गो हियर, द अदर कंपनीज आर लाइक, मैं काहे को लूं तेरे को? Why should I take you? You haven't shown any proof that you can operate on this level, correct? Even if you clear your interviews, even if you clear your case studies and everything, सब sort कर लिया, आप जब कंपनी ज्वाइन करते हो, then actual काम करना पड़ता है. At least in the places I have been at, like every place I've been at, I've had to work, right? Like you can't hide behind things, more or less. What happens is, if your skills are not true, you are just going to fail in that role. So and then it is even worse. Then you are being asked to leave. तब क्या करोगे आप? So these golden handcuffs are a short-term bonanza, but a long-term loss. Okay. Also, they mess with your head because आपको वो लालची बनाता है. Okay, these golden handcuffs, they are not good for you. Being overpaid is not great for you. Correct? Like as I mentioned, like your lifestyle is there. It's a skill issue. You become complacent. You're like, हाँ ठीक है यहीं पे चल रहा है, चलने दो. You don't have a moat, which is like, what is your unique selling point? What is it something that you can do which others cannot do? You get me? Being overpaid stops you from thinking about all these very important things in today's day and age. Okay. Like the rise of AI is going to be nothing but lesser hiring happening. The companies that needed 100 people to do a certain job are now going to need only 40-50 people. बाकी के 50 लोग का क्या? Even if they are not let go, at least new people won't be hired, or at least outsiders won't be hired, because there will be a lot of context that will be required. And even if outsiders are hired, they'll be like, okay, you need to have very high level of skill. And golden handcuffs will not give you that. Please remember that much. If your job is a little chill and they're paying you over and above market price, it is very difficult for you to move out of it. Okay, even if okay, what? Okay, you know what? Even if your job is like tough, like भाई बहुत मेहनत हो रहा है, बहुत मेहनत हो रहा है, and फिर भी you are getting overpaid, which is amazing, right? Fantastic. You feel मैं इतना मेहनत करता हूँ, मुझे पैसे भी उतने मिल रहे हैं. Irrespective, the other companies don't pay you that much, right? They don't have the budget for you. So where else are you going to go? I know friends who were like, I hate this company, this sucks, everything about this sucks, but they pay me so much I can't leave. I was like, wow. I'm like, तो दूसरे company में चले जा, they'll also pay you. Like, no, this company of mine is the highest payer in the industry. What do I do? And I heard that, I was like, wow, bro. Dude, ultimately, you know what? You had to leave the industry. Because when you're already at the top, the only way, only other place is down. You get me? It's either down or some other place is peak. So it's very difficult. And from there, you have to start again. And I know people who have done that, yeah. I know friends who have gone from like manufacturing to financial services, from financial services to technology. It's not easy. It's not easy. Changing industries is not a joke. I'll make a video on that. Like I struggled for years to do it. हालत टाइट हो गया था करते करते भाई. So these golden handcuffs, they restrict your movement. And in today's day and age, what is extremely important is your freedom of movement from one place to another. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. And I would also say that golden handcuffs, in a way, they stop you from thinking long term. Yeah, like this is what I genuinely believe. Like, as I mentioned, right? Because आपको बस वो सैलरी आते हुए दिख रहा है, आप खुश हो जाते हो उसमें. आप खुश हो जाते हो, and you become fearful of change also in a lot of ways, right? You start thinking कि भाई अगर मतलब like इधर से चले गए तो हम क्या करेंगे, तो हम, बिकॉज यहाँ पे तो सब सेट है, यहाँ पे तो सब अच्छा है, बिकॉज यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग कंफर्टेबल एट दैट प्लेस. I request you, please don't get comfortable in any company wherever you are, right? You will pay with tears. Okay, I'm telling you, you'll pay with tears. Those days are gone when my father worked in a company for 30 years and retired, right? Many of your parents also must have done that. Most of that generation did that, right? I respect them for their tenacity, for their patience and all. But even the economy kind of rewarded those people. Let's be frank. The economy rewarded those people. That is what I want to tell you. But now your economy is not going to reward people. It's still not rewarding people who stay in one place for such a long time, right? That is the challenge. And also, even I'm not saying don't stay at a single place for a long time. If you get a gig like that, that's fantastic. But ensure that you don't have golden handcuffs, right? So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. And other than that, like like what is important is like I'm not saying kalko. So what do you do about this, right? It doesn't mean you go out there and tell your boss, हाँ मुझे बहुत पैसे मिल रहे हैं मुझे पैसे मत दो. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you go and increase the scope of your work as much as possible, because tomorrow when you go outside and you're saying I'm being paid 140, you can justify it. Hey, I was being paid 140, but I was not doing only one thing. I was doing these 2.5, 3 things, right? So literally आपको आपका काम थोड़ा बढ़ाना पड़ेगा to justify the salary that you're getting. Otherwise, relax. मैं तो बोलता I can guarantee you people are going to post in the comments, ये आदमी पागल हो गया है, अभी तो want to be overpaid in life. Folks, this will really bite you in the ass, is what I'm promising you. I promise you it will bite you in the ass, right? So just ensure that you increase your skills. And अगर आपको टाइम मिल रहा है ना, जाओ आप कोर्सेज कर लो, आप स्किल्स करो, आप पढ़ो आपके इसके बारे में. यू कीप गोइंग आउट एंड गिविंग इंटरव्यूज. पीपल वर सेइंग ना कि भाई हर 6 महीना इंटरव्यू देना चाहिए. जाओ देख के आओ, देखो मार्केट में कितना दे रहे हैं. आस्क देम व्हाई कांट यू गिव मी 140. Even if someone is matching your salary, it is more than enough at times. And I know people like that, by the way. Oh, and by the way, if someone is actually giving you a very good hike over 140 also, I can guarantee you the work culture is so bad over there, you're not even, it's not even going to be funny. Remember, work culture is something which people just don't think about for some reason. I just don't understand why. People just don't understand work culture. They're like, नहीं नहीं पैसा मिल रहा है बस हो गया, मैं मार खा लूंगा बट पैसे दे दो मुझको. It's a pathetic and stupid way of thinking, yeah. आपका मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में भी कोई सोचो. इट इज योर मेंटल हेल्थ. जस्ट बिकॉज यू कांट सी इट, जस्ट बिकॉज इट्स नॉट टैंजिबल, डज नॉट मीन इट्स नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, you treat it like your physical health. Please, I beg of you, have some sense. Okay, have some sense. Like, go out, skill yourself, ask your bosses, like, can I get like more projects on board so that my salary can be justified? Like, you don't have to be so explicit about it, you know. I mean, but assess your situation, your job, your responsibility, your skills, your profile is your responsibility. Never forget that, right? It's your responsibility. Also, if you're getting overpaid, save a lot of money, because as I said, the day they don't want you, you'll be out like this. You'll be out like this because, as I said, right, companies like nothing but total control over their workforce, and they will be like, when I want people, I'll hire them, and I don't want, I'll let them go. If someone leaves on their own accord, that becomes a challenge. If we can't foresee that, that becomes a challenge. Correct? लोग आते जाते रहेंगे, that's normal life, right? Professional life. But what is a problem is that they are like, अरे यार अभी business continuity का वाट लग गया, तो productivity नीचे चला गया, so company goals कैसे achieve होंगे? Correct? So that is what I'm trying to tell you. So save money, upskill yourself, and honestly, last thing I'll say on this topic, don't look at money as the only option. Now you'll be like, हाँ ये MBA करके बोल रहा है, ज्ञान पेल रहा है. It could be true. It could be true because I've seen it, right? I've seen that side also, where इतना पैसा मिलके भी you're miserable. And I know friends like that, same, like miserable. Like I've had friends call me and just like be completely destroyed in their minds. Multiple, so many of them, right? So these golden handcuffs are not good. Always have a good assessment in terms of, are you being paid underpaid? Are you being paid perfectly fine? Or are you being overpaid and all? Okay, there's no problem in being paid more than the average in the market. Like if everyone is paying 100, you're paying 120, that's fine. 140, 150 is a problem. Frankly, that becomes a problem because you better then justify why you got what you got. Okay, so that was Polkeball on golden handcuffs and being overpaid. Let me know what you guys think. I have one comment till now. If there are others right now on the live stream, you can post comments and something, I can, we can do a Q&A, hopefully on this topic. But right now, I'll just address one comment that I've got from Joe. I will distribute booze to the higher ups. They stay happy and drunk. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't really work that way, does it, bro? Doesn't really work that way. Not always, no, not always. So I mean, I know you think it's funny, but they have enough and more money to buy their own booze, and more than enough money to buy the booze which they can afford, which you can't. Just by the way. And so yeah, that's about it. Any other questions before I log off? Please let me know. What do you think? I think there are like 7, 8 of you who are watching right now. Anything, any doubts? I'll just wait for 30 seconds. If nothing else, I'll just have my coffee. देखो काला काला कॉफी पीता हूँ. No दूध, no nothing. Just wait for some comments. Anything. Otherwise, it's all cool. रात को काफी comments आते हैं. So I don't know. This one probably nothing. But yeah, I'll wait 10, 20 seconds more. It's a Saturday. Oh, okay. It's Puke. Hello. Someone's typing their question. Cool. I'll wait. Guys, पूछ लो. फ्री का ज्ञान मिल रहा है. No, I love discussing with you folks because I also realize कि maybe कुछ गलत, maybe I'm thinking wrong or maybe I'm not up to date because Gen Z is going to take over the workplace. Yeah, I personally think Gen Z is going to take over the workplace. So yeah, I'll wait for It's Puke ka question. I better be a good question. It's Puke. Should I wear my specs or should I not wear my specs? What do you guys think? Like चश्मा पहन के सही है, बिना चश्मे के सही है? Because there's a reflection and all, na, when you wear a चश्मा. So just wanted to know. शुभम, टी-टोटलर को कितनी दिक्कत आती है कॉर्पोरेट में? नॉट अ पार्टी पर्सन. ग्रेट क्वेश्चन. इट्स प्यूक, तू क्वेश्चन लिख रहा है, लाइफ स्टोरी लिख रहा है? So let me Shivam, let me say something. टी-टोटलर को कितनी दिक्कत आती है कॉर्पोरेट में? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. आप आपका काम करो, डील विद पीपल. यू डोंट हैव टू ड्रिंक, बट लोगों को कंपनी दो ना. You have to go out there and give people company. Just go out there and just chill with people. What Narayan Murthy and all ने कितना अच्छा किया है corporate में अपने लिए. I don't think he drinks. If I'm not wrong, he's a teetotaler. There are so many people who are teetotalers, right? And जब वो पीते हैं ये, when people drink, in corporate, the point is you are supposed to drink in moderation, right? And if you're a teetotaler, you don't drink, you don't smoke, that's absolutely fine. You just need to give people company once in a while. If you feel like it, that's it. See, people will respect you, okay? Like, I promise you, because I'm someone who's not a teetotaler, bro. So, and I know so many friends who are teetotaler, like teetotaler क्या मतलब vegetarian plus, like कांदा नहीं खाएगा. मतलब, I'm not talking about Jain folks also. Like, hey, there are some people who are like कि मतलब नहीं कांदा नहीं पसंद, allergic to these things, तो सैंडविच भी नहीं खा रहे हमारे साथ. Correct, like properly the way a normal sandwich is eaten. Do we judge them? Absolutely not, यार. We are like, हाँ है, किसी बंदे या बंदी के जो decisions है वो उनके decisions है. As long as you don't shame me, कि ये दारू पीता है, ये करता है, वो करता है. Like, तू अपना कर, मैं अपना करता है ना भाई. Don't, live and let live. Yeah, Shubham, that's it. And genuinely be interested in people. There are 500 things to do in life other than just getting drunk in corporate, right? So I assure you, I don't know who's telling people all this, that teetotaler hua to kya hota. Not a party person is one thing, but you have to be there when people are having get-togethers, right? Because if you're not there, people are going to be like, he thinks he's better than us. You can come there for 2-3 hours and leave. तुमको रात को 4 बजे तक नहीं बैठना है. But remember, people remember if you ditch them again and again and again. So then office is not मैं गया मैं आया. It's not school. There is a lot of networking that happens post office also. You have to connect with people on a personal level. You don't like them, that's a different story. Probably you are the problem. I have been the problem. In my life, I have been the problem also. So remember that. So ये सब इतना मत सोचो totaler and all. It's Puke. I'm a BMS graduate doing B2B marketing, key accounts management, online sales as well. Okay. Getting 24 lakh per annum salary. Wow. But my industry is a small one. It's the toy industry. B2B marketing, toy industry. And you're getting 24 lakhs per annum. And you're a BMS graduate. Bro, 24 है 2.4 है. I'm sorry. Plus, I'm 22. There are very few toy companies ready to pay that price. Like, are you being serious with me right now? Okay, you're key accounts management guy, online sales as well. So, okay, आप sales कर रहे हो, BMS, B2B marketing भी कर रहे हो, key accounts management भी कर रहे हो. I'm not able to understand how are BMS graduates getting 24 lakhs per annum salary. Like, this doesn't make sense. But if at all someone has this, if this is like a case study sort of a thing, there are very few toy companies ready to pay that price. Why do you want to leave that company? Are they overpaying you? Ask yourself that. So if they are not ready, yeah, toy company should be B2C, as Joe said. So I don't know what are they. Okay, Smart Bazaar, Walmart. Okay. So you're doing the modern trade aspect of it. You're doing modern trade aspect of it, right? You're doing wholesale and all. Is that right? It's Puke. Just tell me. ये सबसे डील आप जियो मार्ट वगैरह स्मार्ट बाजार वॉलमार्ट इनके साथ डील करते हो राइट this is important. And how is a BMS grad getting 24 lakhs? I don't know. I just find it crazy. There is some J guy saying LinkedIn. What does that even mean, man? So yeah. Okay, if there are not enough toy companies, let me come to that question. It's a good question. Okay, by its puke, it's a good question. Assume like it could help others also. If you're at a place you're being overpaid, see modern trade karta hu, B2B. It's modern trade. You're doing modern trade within a B2C firm. They should dock your wages just for calling it that in a way. But I'm kidding. But it's few time मिले तो बोल देना कि how are you getting 24 lakhs per annum after BMS? Like which college are you from? Symbiosis probably, but even they don't do this much. I know for a fact. But anyway, coming back. See, if you're in any company, it doesn't matter if you're a toy company, whatever it is. And other companies, as he correctly pointed out, right? Like they are not paying as much. वो लोग उतना पैसा नहीं दे रहे हैं बट आप B2B मार्केटिंग भी कर रहे हो चैनल मतलब चैनल मैनेजमेंट कर रहे हो की अकाउंट्स मैनेजमेंट कर रहे हो ऑनलाइन सेल्स भी होता है इसमें सो यू आर डूइंग ऑलरेडी सो मच correct you're doing so much in all of this so you need to actually go and tell them like boss I am doing these three things is there a role for me okay are these things like is there a role for me at this level because you need to prove that boss मेरे को जितना मिलता है ना उसका मैं 5x कंपनी को दिलाता हूँ if you are able to justify your salary there is no problem at all another thing तू अगर ये सब कर रहा है ना टॉय इंडस्ट्री में काहे को जाने का यू कैन इवन गो टू अनदर इंडस्ट्री ऑल्सो ना think about it. Think about it. As I said, if you're not happy with the industry, you're already at the top and you're not happy, then why are you there? You should go to another. You can sell utensils. आप Walmart and all those Smart Bazaar and all ये तो utensils भी बेचते हैं. Online sales में utensils भी बिकते हैं. I have friends who do that in retail companies. So you should go out there and you should probably look out for different day because skill to skill होता है. Correct. You did not wake up in the morning and said कि अब मैं toys बेचूंगा. Correct. It was something which happened to you, right? It's puke. So you can go and find out other companies that do that and pay you the way you want to be paid. And 24 lakhs per annum is insane. I think you're lying, but okay. Joe, MBA should actually teach golden handcuffs. They should prepare for these corporate battles. They shouldn't only produce FN servants. This knowledge is more valuable. Thank you, Joe. This is why I do this. I'm doing this because no one taught us this, yeah. No one taught us this. मैं MBA कर रहा हूँ like one of the best MBA colleges in the country, right? I went to. And so many of my friends, like I have friends from IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Excelrai, SPJN, FMS, like बंद ही नहीं हो रहा हो. And then IMS, so many SIBM, Micah, my God, so many of them, right? Like I have friends from there. And all of them are like, भाई ये सब तो कुछ पढ़ाया नहीं था ये तो स्कैम हो रहा है हमारे साथ ऐसा हो रहा है वैसा हो रहा है so there are so many things that are not taught in MBA and yes MBA colleges do kind of produce a little bit of like servitude wala attitude because in a country where like what 5 lakhs per annum is considered less than 5 lakhs per annum is considered below middle class which is 80% of the country. If you are being paid like 10-15 lakhs also, you are earning double, triple of the country's below poverty line, right? So they're like, not even below poverty line, like lower middle class. So 10-15 lakh also they consider कि हाँ मतलब बढ़िया है तो वो servitude वाला attitude आएगा ही ना because the companies are like भाई look around you are being overpaid in general in life in this country if you think about it so that is why that servitude attitude comes here Joe But yeah, thank you. MBA should actually teach about concepts like golden handcuffs, how difficult it is to move companies, how easy it is sometimes to move companies, how to navigate internally, internal transfers, and so on and so forth. These are extremely important things, right? So yeah. Any more questions? It's Puke is asking. I was thinking because I think I can see there are quite a few people, right? So um, let me know. Joe is asking, farming will pick up in the future. No, it will not. Um, India already has 500 million people in farming. It's not going to pick up. If nothing else, it's going to reduce more than half. It's puke. I was thinking to in retail side, probably climb the ladder and become a buyer in a big retail company. Buyers are who I run after every day. Lol. Perfect. See, you are working in the ecosystem. It's puke. See, you know exactly what you are doing. This is like a lesson to everyone, right? If you're on the seller side, you can go on the buyer side also. Like a very good example would be my experience would be IT, Indian IT, right? Like many a times what happens is you're a company, right? You're a big company. You have like, say whatever. You're a company worth $1 billion annual revenue. You go to any big IT company in India, you're like, भाई हमारा back office जो है IT services है आप कर लो, okay? And that company does it, okay? That IT company does it, and they will have a project manager, a program manager for your project, right? Who's heading all your operations, who's looking after everything for your IT operations. What you do is you just go up to that guy and be like, भाई ये काम कर 2-3 साल हो गए तू तो बेस्ट आदमी है तो हमारे लिए ही काम कर ले, correct? Now instead of being on the vendor side, you be on the buyer side. Correct. So these big companies, they love that IT talent who has proven themselves. They're like, "तो हमारे यहाँ पे आजा. You तो anyway know how to run this damn thing. You come on our side, we'll double your salary, we'll triple your salary, and you look after these things." Correct. Because companies love nothing but someone who is ready to go. Who they trust. So that is how. So whatever it's Puke is saying is smart. Whatever he plans to do, if he's dealing with buyers and he's selling certain items from a manufacturer on the retail side, he can go on the buyer side also because he knows how the game works and the company will be like, इस बंदे को पता है अपना savings कराएगा. He'll help us buy at a cheaper rate or in a faster rate and so on and so forth. So that's it. Yeah. Mm. It's Buke is like experience अच्छा खासा है. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. There are different companies that you work for. Like I can see in the chat, it's actually pretty good. So yeah, yeah. More people on the call. Anything else? What else? What else is going on? You can ask me about anything, but let me know. Let me know what you think because आज के लिए एक ये लाइव स्ट्रीम करूंगा फिर रात को आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दैट होल damn Ranveer Alavadiya thing which is not ending only, unfortunately. It's just not ending. It's just not ending. But I think I know why it is not ending. So I'm going to talk about then at that time. So anyone has any questions, put it in the comment section. Um, yeah, I'll wait for another 30 seconds. Otherwise, I think I'll drop off. Let's see what you guys have to say. Huh. These spam calls just never stop. कितना मस्त मैंने थंबनेल बनाया, तुम लोग थोड़ा एफर्ट डालो. Okay, cool. I think I'll drop off because I think I answered all the questions that were there. Thank you, folks. Thank you for joining. It's my name is Saurabh Paul. Please follow me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on LinkedIn. Don't send connection requests. Jay is asking, "Hello, bro." Jay, I'm leaving. So if you have any question, let me know. But yeah, okay. Jay has a question regarding coaching institution. I mean, it's not the topic, but go on. But yeah, I can't tell you which coaching institution is the best, right? Like, who knows? I prepared last 10 years ago. I went to Time Institute and then I did my IMS institute से मैंने ये किया था क्या बोलते हैं वो what are those things? Yeah, mock tests. Those mock tests I had done. So that is what I had done, and both were great in my opinion. Both were great. एंड या दैट्स समथिंग आई विल से एंड उस वक्त ऑनलाइन भी आपको पीडीएफ डाउनलोड मारते थे लोग कि यार लास्ट 5 साल के क्वेश्चंस एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट सो दैट इज व्हाट वी सॉ दैट इज व्हाट वी सॉ ये टॉप चैट में क्या है गोल्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट सुपर चैट वगैरह भी स्टार्ट हो गया क्या मेरा आई डोंट नो सो या एनी Moderation, activity, timestamps, reactions, participants. Okay, cool. Nothing else. Thank you so much, guys. This was Pokeball. ओ हाँ, अभी सवाल आ रहे तुम लोग के जाने का ऐसा किया था मैं जा रहा हूँ फिर सवाल आ रहे तुम लोग के you guys are clowns man. Shubham is like, I'm an introvert and feel scared to enter corporate. What will you advise me? Shubham, good question. If you're an introvert, just be yourself. Be yourself. You think everyone in corporate is an extrovert? No. Let your work speak for itself. Learn to be normal. Okay? Learn to be normal. Like I'll give an example. I'm a hyper extrovert, but if I show my hyper extraversion at work, people get annoyed. They'll be like, "Bhai, tera tu tere paas rakh." Okay? When you are at work, we all expect everyone to be at a normal equilibrium. Okay? And Shubham, if you're scared to enter corporate, just enter corporate. Nothing's going to happen to you. You'll find your way around. It's nothing serious. Whether you're an introvert or extrovert, everyone finds their space. And the space that lets you be who you really are is the most important thing. Okay? That is the most important things. That thing that matters. Okay? अगर आपको किसी और को प्रूव करना है कुछ, if you are not acting like yourself, then you're already failing. Okay, so don't do that. If you're an introvert, it's fine. Find your 5 people, be happy with them, be with yourself, but don't come off as rude. It is your responsibility to not come off as rude. It is my responsibility to not come off as annoying, because I am annoying. But you can be annoying in your 4 walls at home. Don't be annoying outside, right? So whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, it doesn't matter. You know, you as long as you get your work done and your work, everyone knows you have worked on it. That is the most important part. Okay, so keep that in mind. Cool. Um, Question from Rajdeep Bardhan. I'm currently working on the agency side and experience of nearly 2.5 years in advertising. Do you think the experience will help me in transitioning to product marketing post MBA? Absolutely, just like me, because I had advertising experience pre MBA. It was not that much. It was 6 months. I had freelance experience of 3 months. So total mota moti marketing experience of 9 months. Pre MBA. Post MBA, this will definitely help you. Forget that during your MBA also, Rajdeep is going to help you. Rajdeep, which college are you in right now? No, sorry. Are you planning to get into आप MBA करो, for all you know, you'll post MBA, you don't even want to do marketing. You never know. But हाँ, तुमने अगर मन बना लिया है तो go for it. I will highly, I am a huge fan of people who have consistency in their career. Like if possible, like in marketing, it's possible, right? Like you did advertising, then you did MBA in, marketing, and then you did marketing, because then आपका एक strength हो जाता है उसमें कि you know things, yeah, you can know things even without doing it. Like some of the biggest IT CEOs of this country were chemical engineers and so on and so forth, right? So there is no relation. So let me assure you, but it's always good to have consistency in life. And see, product marketing post MBA, definitely cracking interviews and all, it will be much easier for you, because then people will be like, hey, this is a guy who will stick around, or this guy knows he has experience, and so on and so forth, right? So that's actually important, Rajdeep. This will definitely help you. It will even help you if you try to get into sales, by the way. So don't worry about it. For all you know, you will join and they'll be like, oh, you did, advertising. Why don't you want to continue on advertising? Your answer should be something like, hey, I mean, the truth, which is like, I don't know what your truth is. But my reason was very simple. I was like, इसमें पैसा नहीं था. Doesn't mean I'm पैसे के पीछे भूखा. But what it definitely means is like, this is important for me. And I felt कि, you had very little consistency in terms of brands. You worked on 7 different things and so on and so forth at times. So you can make up your answer if you don't want to continue. Advait Bosle, didn't expect you would make a separate live on this topic. Golden handcuffs as a concept is taught in B schools. Is it better to not get into the first place, or just take the money and shut up? Golden handcuffs is taught in B schools. Which ones, man? I don't know. I know very few people who know about this. Is it better to not get into it in the first place, or just take the money and shut up? That's my entire video, man. Like, it's been like, what, 40 minutes since I started this. Come on, you'll have to watch the video. But just to reiterate to people who are there right now, it is fine if you take the money, but then you are in huge trouble later on, because no one is going to hire you. If they do, they'll be like, pay cut le le. या फिर सेम सैलरी पे आ जा. And you will not be able to do that because your ego will be hurt. Second, your lifestyle will be hurt because you are now used to a certain lifestyle. Remember? Third, your job security is in peril in that case because the company, whenever they want, they can let you go at their own accord. Okay, that can happen even when you're underpaid also. But then what happens is I know people who have been underpaid who have been able to get jobs faster and easier because they are like कि हाँ भाई मतलब जल्दी से आजा. I'm not even making a big dent on that company's P&L. Cheap people are easier to hire also in a lot of ways, by the way. People whose compensations are not that great. So yeah, shut up take the money and shut up. वो करते रहो तुम्हारा skills will कुछ होगा नहीं, इंटरव्यू क्रैक नहीं होंगे तुम्हारे, प्लस आपको प्रमोशन नहीं देंगे, आप तुम भी चुप बैठोगे because you are like कि oh I'm anyway getting paid so much, so why should I worry about anything else? So your focus won't be on your skills and basically you will not be bang for the buck यार. आप बताओ ना, आप मार्केट में जाओगे, आपको एक जूस का बॉटल मिल रहा है, एक 40 रुपए, एक 60 रुपए, उसमें ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. दैट 20 का प्रीमियम शुड हैव सम justification towards it, right? You need to have a justification for your premium. That's it. That's about it. Cool. I think that's I have more people coming in. Again, any questions? Once again, asking for any questions, guys. Please react. I saw react button above. Please. It helps the channel. अभी मैं जाऊंगा क्रिकेट खेलने in 2-3 hours. Actually, time is 2 hours, not 3 hours. In 2 hours, I'll go and play cricket. चाय पीऊंगा अभी, 5 बजने आ गए. Cool. Thank you so much, folks. I think no more questions. If there are anything, put it in the comment section. Thank you so much. This was Paul Kibol. Avoid golden handcuffs. If you get them, learn how to get out of them. Thank you. See ya.